Okay. I think we're good now. Yeah. That was a minor hiccup on my part. That was my part. That was me. Damn, YouTube trying to shut my boy down. This time it was my fault. This was not anything on Fable. This was not anything on Fable. This was completely on me. That was of my own making. That's got nothing to do with anything else. Okay, so yeah, it's all on me. I'll take the hit on that one. Let's go ahead. Yeah, that's all on me. I mentioned debt free and my stream went down. The Lord was like, "You're not done yet, boy." Nah, it's not like that. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. Alright, I apologize for that. That was all me. Let's go ahead and do this, guys. I've been wasting too much time. Appreciate you guys being here. Let's go ahead and start the stream. Oh, god damn. Why is it not connected? I hate that. Is there a reason you're not connecting? Kind of pissing me off here. Yeah, that's not good. I'm kind of glad Obsidian is having issues though, because they need to realize that I don't care about their mid gameplay. I want top tier writing and seriousness that Fallout and early KOTOR had. That too, and I also want their political bullshit, ugly characters, females always being the main protagonists and antagonists to everything. I want all that shit fucking gone. You guys need to go back to brass tacks. You need to go back completely. 100%. You need to start all the way fucking over. Close program. It's fine. That one's closing. Yeah, they forgot who their audience was. They have a bunch of fucking Karens that work there, and they will obey whatever the hell they want. Also within Microsoft, but yeah, we got that as well. Okay, we'll just do it this way. And then we'll bring this up. Because I always have chat on the screen. Right here. Get this shit out of my face. There we go. There we go. Alright. Ain't that the truth? Obsidian was great, then the main guy got SH, and then it's gone down a hill from there. They got rid of all the old heads. You need to stop. We need to stop looking at stuff. Well, they need to stop showing us saying from the makers of "You're gone and you're dead." from the makers of they're not here right now. Oh, but that one guy is here. He's compromised. Anyway. Okay. Is it working now? It doesn't look like it's working. I hate the fact that that's not working. I wonder why not. Okay, we'll figure it out later. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. Warriors and witches, how y'all doing? And God bless. So, we got a bit of bad news right now, but I think it's going to be a no-brainer what the judge is going to do. But we have a lawsuit on our hands with Steam. And it's kind of important right now because they're being sued for almost $1 billion by UK lawsuit people. Now, this person, she's a Karen. It doesn't matter what her name is because she's tied to the same people that did the Online Safety Act in the UK. These people cannot be trusted. Okay, these people are not here to give UK people money back for Steam. That's just not happening. They just want to take, and also they'll take some more if this lawsuit goes in. By the way, let's start off with what's going on with this lawsuit. This lawsuit is basically pure and simple. Why is Steam doing better than everybody else? I mean, they are doing better than everybody else. We're talking about the Epic Store, GOG. We're talking about itch.io. It's doing better than all of those put together. But it seems like these people are not understanding what gamers are and where they go. You see, when we see a Walmart, we're expected to go to probably Walmart or Target. We're expected to go to probably Target for groceries or something like that, or for clothes. This is not some sort of, Steam is taking a monopoly on Steam. No, it's not a monopoly. It's not some sort of, they do not care about any of this, especially the person that started this lawsuit. This is just, they're mad that Steam has so much power and they want to take. This is not some sort of, they don't understand. Oh no, they understand exactly what they're doing. The level of freedom that people get with Steam, the amount of, sure, there's some problems with Steam, but there are a lot of implementations within Steam that is great. They got the curator system. They have a healthy dose of returning your game if you don't like it within 14 days and 2 hours. They have a easy and simple and clean solution to have a nice simple UI section. If you want to find something on that website, it is so simple to find. Very simple to find. There's so much accessibility with Steam. There's also a community center. You also can attach mods very, very easily. There's also a card system. There's also a forum aspect to Steam, albeit I kind of don't like it when people block people for talking. But that's not Steam. That's the moderators. That's the administrators within that forum of that video game. We also got, obviously, the discounts that are fucking great. Now, I'm pretty sure Tim Sweeney is like, well, I got free games. Tim Sweeney from Epic Game Store, or the Epic Store, nobody cares about your free fucking game that you get once a month. We've already dealt with that shit on PlayStation. This is not some sort of, they take too much of a percentage, or they take a percentage from each game. Of course they do. And guess who sets the prices for the fucking games that come to Steam? That's right, the developers. So this whole idea that, they take a percentage. Nintendo does it. Steam, PlayStation does it. Xbox does it. They know this. This is not a video saying, well, they don't understand why they're doing the lawsuit, so let me break it down. No, they're just mad. They're mad that they see this freedom and it pisses them off. So they're here to take money. This whole thing that I got up on the stream for UK gamers could benefit from legal action against Valve when they do the 900 million like fucking lawsuit. UK gamers, tell these motherfuckers to fuck off, because they're not going to give you anything. They're not going to give you this money. $1 billion, and you think $1 billion, and they're going to give each UK, like each person in the UK a percentage of that? Do you think that's fucking gonna happen? You're gonna see maybe $5 or $10, whatever kind of fucking currency you got over there. You're gonna get $5 or $10, and they're gonna tell you to fuck off. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. They're gonna take that percentage. That's for them. You want to know why they're doing this? It's because UK is going broke. They know this. This is not some sort of oh man, well, we need to do this for the children. They don't give a fuck about children. This is not some sort of like, oh man, well, I get it. No, she doesn't get it. She's not a gamer. She doesn't understand. Hopefully we got a good judge for this whole, the only thing I care about is the judge. That's all I care about, is the judge. There's too many things within this lawsuit against Steam that is just like, you could write this off. This doesn't fucking make any sense. You could write this off. What the hell is this bitch talking about? She knows nothing. She's coming into this whole fucking lawsuit raw. But I'm skeptical. I want to make sure that the judge is fucking unbiased. Now, there are some things within Europe that they do very well when it comes to microtransactions, but yeah, for some odd reason, Europe really likes to take care of people when it comes to online purchases, but for some odd reason, they can't take care of their own people. It's just like, it's like, yeah, I could help out the 15-year-old white girl from getting gangbanged by some Muslim gangs, but I need to make sure the loot boxes are gone. What the fuck is going on right now? They do not care about children. This is lobbyist bullshit 101. That's all this is. The judges in England are corrupt. That's what I'm saying. We need to make sure that we're getting the proper judge. By the way, this is within Steam. So Steam is in America, so they should have their own judge within America. So they're telling you that you're going to get a percentage if you're within the UK. You're not getting that. This is all on them because they know that their country is broke. This is all that matters is the cash money. That's about it. So this person, even though this person's a furry, they say something that's actually kind of correct. So apparently the woman responsible for the UK's Online Safety Act is also going to be responsible for the 900 million Steam lawsuit. Coincidence? I don't fucking think so. The campaign is called Steam You Owe Us. Steam doesn't owe you shit. They've been giving you fucking discounts after discounts after discounts. We don't need free games. We got good deals going on. So we got over here Tim Sweeney. He's saying over here, Steam rules do explicitly prohibit games from steering players to he's been community noted all week. He's just butthurt about fucking Steam. Listen, Tim Sweeney is not a fucking geek. He is not a fucking gamer, and he's definitely not a consumer. He is just a person that's hanging, that's holding on to the weak strings that is the Epic Game Store, and that's it. He cares more about AI than he cares about fucking gamers and like, you know, taking care of his own fucking. I'm never touching that Epic Game Store fucking ever again. I'm never touching that shit again. It is hard to find certain things, and no. Let's see what he says. Steam rules do explicitly prohibit games from steering players to competing purchase methods, forcing everyone to pay 30% to Valve. Apple and Google did the same until the court explicitly found this practice to be unlawful. This is what they put. District and circuit courts rejected Epic's Sherman Act claims on distribution exclusivity, mandatory IAP, and anti-steering. Epic only won on anti-steering based off of CA state law, so he fucking lied. Steam is not a walled garden, so the anti-steering theory remedy doesn't map cleanly onto it. And then he tried to fucking clean up his own mess, this fucking big-headed fuck. Currently, there's a misleading community note on this. Yes, you can buy Steam keys off Steam. Oh, for some odd reason, Tim Sweeney just all of a sudden remembered certain information. Once you own a game, Steam forces developers to use Steam payments for all in-game purchases and pay 30%. This is the practice courts found illegal for Apple and Google. He said the fucking same thing again. And then they put, Steam does require that games on Steam have an option for players to pay with their Steam wallet. Tim is wrong. It does not require only the Steam wallet like Google and Apple did. Many games support content brought from third-party sites for games bought on Steam, which is absolutely fucking true. It's like when you go inside a store, let's say you're going inside the 7-Eleven. You're gonna buy a product that's straight from 7-Eleven, and then for some odd reason, while you're inside the store grabbing a couple of items within the 7-Eleven, you know what you do? Oh yeah, that's right. You take the items outside of 7-Eleven, you run across the street to the Burger King, and then you go up to their register. No, you dumbass. The only reason that people are getting these deals from Steam is because they're going to Steam. You dumb fuck. Oh, they're sending people to Steam. No, nigga. They're going to Steam because they want to go to Steam. Nobody's coming out saying like, oh shit, like you're at a website. When you go to websites, it specifically says right on top of there, hey, would you like to buy this on GOG? And this is not Steam's work. This is the third-party website that's online. And like you want to do a discount or something. Hey, would you like to purchase this on Steam, GOG, itch.io? It actually gives you an option, but all of that is within that website. Anything involving Steam within Steam, or when you, perfect example. Let's say I want to buy, perfect. Let's say I want to purchase Fable. Perfect. I want to purchase Fable. Now, it's talking about the brand new game that is going to be on Steam, but the first one on top would be Steam. You want to know why it's going to be on Steam? Because Steam is the one that's important, not Epic's Games Store. No. Next, it's going to be some, like, you know, the actual website and the Wikipedias. And of course, it would also have an Xbox right there. Now, of course, just like Reddit will always be up in the front. If you have a question about something, Reddit will always be on top because Reddit is widely known. That's just how this ship sails. Let's say I want to purchase Fable 2. You want to know where it's going to take me? It's going to take me to fucking Xbox. Because it belongs in Xbox. You're not going to get it anywhere else. You know what? Let's be fair. What game, shout out, team, my boys, what game should we purchase right now? I'm looking for a video game. What video game should I purchase? Any video game. Give me one. Give me one video game. I'll wait. I'll wait. Cause this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit. Give me any fucking video game. That'll be fine. I got one. I got one. Let's say easy. Code Vein 2? That's a good one. Code Vein 2. Well, would you look at that? You can buy Code Vein 2 straight from their website on Bandai Namco. That's the very first thing that you see. And guess what's also going to be next? Steam. Of course, a Wikipedia and some videos. Am I seeing Epic Game Store anywhere? That's very weird. That's so odd. I'm not seeing Epic Game Store here. Tell them about per capita. I'm getting to that. What I'm trying to say is there is Epic Game Store is this small. Epic Game Store is this small. Steam is this big. This big. Epic Game Store is this big. I'm sorry. The amount of games on Epic Game Store is way smaller than Steam. Shut the fuck up, Tim Sweeney. Now, you put those two circles together and you say, I want to purchase, perfect one. I want to purchase Call of Duty. Well, I'm not going to purchase it on fucking Epic Game Store because all of my friends are on Steam. Because that's where the good one is. All my friends are on Steam. Do you hear any motherfuckers coming out and going like, bro, hop on the Epic Game Store. We're about to play a few matches. Get the fuck out of here. This is just a simple, you're not that big, Epic Game Store. You're nothing. You're nothing. Every time when you know what you are, Epic Game Store? You're basically, we hear about you when somebody does an exclusive on Epic Game Store. That's, oh, Lords of the Fallen? This game looks cool. Exclusive to Epic Game Store? Get the fuck out of here. That's the kind of shit I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, let's do that. Lords of the Fallen, because I know they did. Let's do Lords of the Fallen 2. Well. There you go, Epic Game Store. You get a win. It's not that big of a win, but you get a win. Lords of the Fallen, the website. Reddit, because they want to know the release date. Of course, their Twitter website. And there it is. Epic Game Store, Lords of the Fallen, because it's an epic fucking... it's an exclusive. Congratulations. Your exclusive is on the front page. So, let's add another thing from Tim Sweeney, because he says, the only major store still holding onto payment ties and a 30% junk fee. It's not a junk fee. Everybody has this. When you go to some, hey, you're coming to my platform, I will be taking a percentage of whatever price you have with your video game. Okay, well, my game is going to be $50. Okay, we'll take 30% since you're operating on our platform, and you know, we'll have sales, you know, let people wish list, let that game grow, and then they say deal. And every game developer and publisher already knows this. And also Xbox, and like everybody else just said, everybody has already said it. Steam does require games on Steam to have an option for players to pay with their Steam wallet. Tim is wrong. It does not require only the Steam wallet like Google and Apple did. Many games support content bought from third-party sites from games. It's the other one. It's the other one. Like this one right here. Like, everybody is doing this. Everybody is taking a percentage from a game. You're in my store. You want this to be sold? I have to take a percentage. Duh. So, all I have to say is on this. I really do hope that the developers, I mean, not the developers, but I mean, they are kind of developers. I really hope that Gavin does something about this. I hope he has a really good lawyer. I mean, he's got the money for it. He needs to jot this thing down cleanly and like, he needs to laminate this shit. He needs to make this shit 110% to make it make sense. Who says this? If Valve's 30% transaction fee is so outrageous, and it's not, then others can simply provide alternatives and charge less. If players still don't want those alternatives, it's for a reason. The higher prices they see are worthwhile for the various services involved. It's like, and then somebody put, they don't. The rule Sweeney. Oh, this is related to Steam's rules and duplicate. And yeah, that's when we already heard it. Yeah, that's in relations to that. Yeah, it's not, it's 30% is nothing. Let's see what they say on here. I know so many PC gamers that want Steam to have a total monopoly over PC gaming, despite how much they screw developers and publishers, all just to not have to install 3 or 4 game store apps. Is there a benefit for them to come to Steam and get their game well known? It is? Then shut the fuck up. It's the best one that there is. It's the best gaming store, so you're just gonna have to suck it up. If you want to make a better store than Steam, because Steam didn't grow overnight, it took tens of years. This wasn't some like, oh, we figured it out in day one. No, it took a while. It's an old, it's an old website. Gaming needs fair competition, or it'll drown in bland AAA garbage nobody asked for. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. We're not talking about AAA games. Haters are going to show up in the comments, but that 30% fee is literally the reason he began Epic Game Store. It's the reason he sued Apple and Google, and he has sacrificed a huge amount of money funding this. This is clearly a W by Tim. Somebody says, funny how the only store which puts the customer first is getting served by companies that put the customer last. Exactly. Timmy is mad that Valve prioritizes the end user and not publishers. Based. Absolutely fine. Based. So that means the other storefronts should hit it too, right? Like he said, yes, Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation generally take a 30% commission on digital sales of games. What are we doing? And like I said, let me end it off with this. They can not only pass this lawsuit, but they should also first things first, I'm worried about the judge. Secondly, if Steam wins this lawsuit, they should countersue 100%. They got the money for it. I don't want to hear anything from Gavin saying like, oh, I don't have the energy. Fuck you, countersue. You need to make sure that even though Steam is great, Steam is vulnerable for being very consumer friendly. You need to have teeth on your website. You need to have teeth. You need to be like, listen, this lawsuit didn't work out, so I'm countersuing you. It's like, oh, you would really do that? Yes. And it's not even about the money. It's if they win this lawsuit and countersue, it's not about the money. They already got enough money. It is about a message. Anyway, that'll be it for that one. I have a friend making a game. Guess what it's coming to? Guess what it's coming to Steam. That's how he plans to get his name out there. So and show his skill in making games. Hell yeah, absolutely. You're not the first person to come up and say somebody's making a game, and we got another person saying they're making a game within my channel, and a third actually. But if they come after you, destroy them so they can never do it again. Exactly. Smack them hard, but once. Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's not about it. I know some people made some really strong points into what the lawsuit was entailing, but I'm over here saying to them, it's not about what they're saying. They're just shooting a lawsuit for the sake of trying to get money. This is not some sort of, oh, we thought about this for a very long time. They did not. This is the same thing with Collective Shout. These people do not care about children. All they care about is sitting on their ass and coming up with imaginary money. You think that they're gonna do a lawsuit for only $5,000 or maybe $10,000? No, this is a scam. It's clearly a scam. This is not some sort of, oh man, they're doing this because they found a loophole. They didn't find shit. They're only doing this so they can get money, so they can scam money out of Steam. I think Steam got more support about this in England. I hope so. I really do. And also, it's very consumer friendly. It's weird that this bitch would just come out of nowhere with this bullshit. Very weird. Very weird. Also, what's up, Simon? How you doing? Very weird. Is there any information on Manor Lords? What is this? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, I love that game. Okay. Are you guys ready for the next story? Oh, shit. That's right. I gotta do it manually for now. Let's talk about what Manor Lord said right here. Okay. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? And God bless. We are here to talk about publishers. In relation, Manor Lords, an indie development team. By the way, you can still be an indie team, a development studio that's making a video game, and still have a publisher. Yes, it would be crazy for you to be not only the publisher but also the developer and just start from ground one, but also having a publisher and having it be your first game, and just starting from the ground up, getting money from publishers on your first game is still considered you being an indie game. Okay, everybody gets loans, everybody makes a deal with a publisher, to say like, hey, I'm trying to make this game and I got a great idea. You're still considered indie. You do the best you what, do you think that indie developers are not doing the same thing with banks? Of course they are. Of course they're doing deals with banks to make a loan and drop some money down on an indie game. So this whole idea of people saying, oh, if you're a publisher, you're not really indie. Fuck off with that dumbass remark. It doesn't make any sense. Of course you're going to ask, you know, try to find a way to get some money. However, we're going to be talking about publishers. This one pertaining to Manor Lords, which I think their studio is called Slavic Magic. Really cool name. Their publisher is Hooded Horse. So two things. It's possible that they know the people that's in the publishing team, or it's also them. They can change the name. They could change the name, you know. They don't have to have the developer be the same name as the publisher, and they could still be working there. Or they, you know, they chose this publisher because they trust them. So Manor Lords is Slavic Magic, and their publisher is Hooded Horse. Cool name, by the way. And so the indie dev said, the vast majority of indie publishers are predatory and opportunistic. Very opportunistic. This is why I worry about Kingdom Come Deliverance when it comes to Embracer and PlayOn and all that stuff. This is why I worry about Krafton when it comes to Subnautica. This is why I worry about the Paradox when it comes to Bloodlines 2. All of these sort of publishers I worry about. Hell, I even worry about Microsoft touching Obsidian. I worry about it. I really do. And so you see all these publishers and they just wave money around, and they could do so much with your game. You have to be very careful with your contract. I think one person says it down here perfectly. He says, real indie devs are the broke folks forced to beg for attention on Twitter. They don't have anyone backing them. No one's buying them trailer spots at the Game Awards, and they don't get famous actors for voiceover. So when someone calls the developers of Highguard or Expedition 33, it just makes me want to rip their hair out of my own ass. So if some poor indie dev on the verge of a nervous breakdown and wanting to quit happens to read the tweet, just know this: the road is walked by the one who keeps going. That's a well said line. But here's what I'm trying to say is, you can still be an indie dev and work with others, especially ones that are well known, but you have to be very careful. Much like Highguard. Highguard wanted to be AAA so fucking fast, and then it landed right on their face. Just horse shit right all over their face. This was Aftermath Red Pine Lake. You remember that game? And do not send your build to publishers. That's actually like your source code and all that. Without proper legal paperwork, NDAs, trust me, it's a bad move. Somebody says, isn't the whole point of being an indie developer is to publish your own game without interference of a third party? I mean, all your signal boosting, marketing, and distribution can be handled through Steam. That is why they charge 30% fee, right? Well, here's the thing is, you have to make certain deals when it comes to having a publisher. You can have a temporary publisher, and your first game that you ever make is still considered indie, but you're just trying to get a leg up into the game by working with them, and then you say within the contract you are doing a temporary service with this said publisher. This IP that I'm making is entirely my own. The publisher will be getting a cut, and after this said game, we'll be working on our own. You see what I'm saying? So you have to make these sort of deals. This is why I was worried about, this is why I was talking about BioWare a long time ago. BioWare, when they finally like did a whole publishing thing with EA. And I'm over here just like, bro, BioWare had so many bangers before EA, but they felt like they needed more money. They have so many ideas, and I'm like, bro, you could do it on your own. And so they just didn't. And now we're in this situation where BioWare is just dead right now. So it comes to my attention where it comes to me. I want to end it on this one for the indie developers out there. Give it a shot and do make your game without a publisher, because you want this game that you're making to be me, myself, and I. You don't want anybody else to interfere. It's just you and and your community and you kickstarting it. I think there's a perfect example for that. It's you're not gonna like this game. My time. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Where is it? Here's a perfect example of what I am talking about. I have all these games, by the way. Yes, the game is a bit gay. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, let me go ahead and say what I want to say. This game is a life sim / RPG game, kind of like Stardew Valley. Okay? This is their first game that they ever made, and it's called My Time at Portia. Okay? Their development team is called Pathia Games, and they worked with a publisher that you know called Focus Entertainment. Now let's go back. Then they made another game. And then they said, "Hey, we are going to be the publisher, but we could still use your help, Focus Entertainment." But here's the thing though, they changed their contract now. Now they're the publisher as well. There can be two publishers within one game. They had a Kickstarter for their second game. So, check out their third game that they're working on that they're kickstarting. Their third game that is to be announced, that's not out now. Focus Entertainment is no longer involved in the making of their game. It is all them. It's 100% them. I've already kickstarted this game. It's called My Time at Evershine. This is their third game that they're going to implement. They got an entire roadmap that they want to add to the game, and they've already made their quota. They did a great job with their quota. These are Asian developers, by the way, if you're wondering. That's why the characters are attractive. I know, that's crazy. And so, they're also making another game called The Godslayer. You remember Pathia? You remember this? They are working on this game that we saw the trailer on. This is their other game that they're working on. And so this is what I mean by indie developers. They will ask for help. They did a great job at managing their IPs. They said, listen, Focus Entertainment, this is ours. This is ours. You're going to help us, if you don't mind. You're going to help us, and we're going to give you a percentage. How does that sound? And they said, okay, cool. If you make another one, do you want help on that one? We may ask for your help, but after that, we're pretty much done. We can take care of ourselves. And that's what we got right here with Pathia Games. So the whole idea of having a indie game being helped by publishers is fine, but you have to be very smart about it, like Pathia Games did, because you can get screwed over, like Manor Lords is talking about. You can get real screwed over. They just by a sentence that sounds off, you can fuck up your whole contract. Let's just say a contract says, your IP may or may not belong to us. You see what I'm saying? You see how weird that sounds? Your IP may or may not belong to us. And then you would look at the contract and be like, what the fuck does this say right here? Oh yeah, that's, oh yeah, that kind of, yeah, that doesn't, oh, well, let me try to make you understand. No, we're done. I don't like this may or may not shit. Would you own our IP or would you not? That's all we want to know. He's like, we probably would. Well, then we're done. So you got to be very careful, because all of these publishers, most of these publishers, I'll say, is like, it's like that fucking guy from Red Dead Redemption that sells you that snake oil, like the snake oil salesman. They're like that. So you got to be very careful. It's like, oh, I'm going around selling rock insurance. Rock insurance? What the fuck? So, yeah. If a budget for a game is anywhere from 0 to 600K, that's indie to me. But if it's $1 million or above, that's not indie to me. 1 million is an A studio in my world. AA is like a 10 million studio. I think 10 million is where that would be, I guess that would be considered for Expedition 33, because that was 10 million. Obviously that's my view on things though. I understand that. That sort of makes sense though. That would make them a AA, because they had a previous experience. But just because you had previous experience doesn't mean when you start from the ground up, that doesn't mean you're not indie. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that. I've always wanted to have this conversation about publishers. So if there's any indie developers out there or AA developers out there, look at your contract that you're about to sign, look at it again, take a day off, and then look at the contract a third time. Trust me, you're gonna like the way you look. Oh. Okay, we are on a roll today. How's everybody doing today? We doing good? We doing good in this midday? Oh, I didn't mean to bring that up. I don't need that right now. I see you, Rumble. How you doing? How you doing? Let me go get a drink real quick. I'll be right back. I heard something about Warhorse Studios, how Daniel Vavra Studios Vavra Let's see if it's true. Okay, he still is. Okay, he still is. That might have been a lie. What I heard. I heard Daniel Vavra was stepping down. I think it was a lie. I mean, it is a lie, but yeah. Let's do this. Go ahead. Bring it up. Come on now, god dang. Oh boy. We're gonna have to talk about this. I think this is our last video that we're gonna make. But I'm gonna talk a lot about this. Because we got the Bloomberg thing up on the other thing right over there. I can't believe how far Avowed and Outer Worlds 2 fell. Oh, I take back what I said. I knew they were gonna fail. I just didn't know how right we are. I looked at both of these games and I'm just like, you think I'm gonna fuck around with these characters? Are you serious right now? It's fucking pathetic. You remember when people were gaslighting you, saying like, oh, but I think Outer Worlds 2 is great, you just need to go through the game? And I'm like, nope. We got Mighty Queef over here saying like, oh man, I'm so confused on why Outer Worlds 2 didn't succeed. Nigga, there was they, them. There was I hate capitalism gobbledygook everywhere on the game. They give a player a buff and a debuff for discounts when you pre-order the game, and the characters are ugly, and there's a lot of feminism in the game, and I'm just like, I'm not eating this game. And the way characters talk in Outer Worlds 2, are you fucking kidding me? No. And watching other people like it, it's fine. But when they come out and say like, I don't understand why you guys don't like this. This is amazing. If you don't understand, you lost your way. Back in the day, I'm playing old school retro games, and they just know to be like they know how to write. Like older developers, older games, they knew how to write. But now all this political pandering, virtue signaling bullshit with poor writing, it doesn't help. I don't care how many fucking cool guns you got. I barely seen anybody talk about Outer Worlds 2. Exactly. That game came and went, just like Bloodlines 2. Bloodlines 2 came out. People for like a couple of days were like, guys, you don't know what you're missing. And then they stopped talking about it. Every fucking time. It's like people grew up and realized what not to spend their money on. And also, wasn't Outer Worlds 2 supposed to be $80? And then they brought it down to $70? And then they tried to tout it out as, bro, we're doing this for you guys. Bro, aren't you guys going to thank us for lowering the price down to $70? Get fucked. Oh, and at the same time, they were just like, oh, it's because of tariffs that the game is $80. You would know that if you would pay attention to politics. And then they reduce it to $70, and I'm just like, you gonna talk about this? You gonna talk? It's like, what about those tariffs? You were talking about the tariffs. So fucking ridiculous. Okay. Okay. I'm done stuffing my face. Let's talk about this. I'm never playing Avowed. They got that they them bullshit and all the characters look fucking ugly. Okay. Let's do this. Hey everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. Warriors and witches, how y'all doing? And God bless. We are here to talk about Avowed and Outer Worlds 2, the two games that we knew that was going to fail, and now they're finally talking about it up on Bloomberg. I'll bring it up here in just a second. It's a bit long, but I'll definitely shorten it for you guys. By the same guy called Jason Schreier, the guy that said top of the chart. Top of the charts with Veilguard. Same guy. Are all these developers? Is it just me, or do the stories and the way the characters look match with all the other video games that we really don't want to play? They also match with their stories, not only their virtue signaling, but also the stories and also the design of the characters, the Concord-esque sort of look of the characters, just like any of the games that we don't really want to spend our money on. The writing is lackluster, much like Bloodlines 2, Avowed, Outer Worlds 2. It's all the same. It's like they all come together and they just write the same shit over and over again. And then they tout the same liberal bullshit over and over again. And I'm just like, kind of the reason why I'm worried about Exodus, honestly. But we're gonna go ahead and find out what actually happened. Let's go ahead and dive right here. Avowed launched in February after 7 years of development. 7 fucking years. What a waste of fucking time. Including scrapped multiplayer plans. Good. The Outer Worlds 2 arrived in October, but neither met Microsoft's sales expectations. Grounded 2 stood out as a hit thanks to faster development through outsourcing. Grounded 2 stood out as a hit thanks to faster development through outsourcing. I understand the outsourcing because they're working with a different developer besides just Obsidian, but the biggest reason for Grounded 2 to be the only good thing from Obsidian is because the game was fun. It had no political bullshit onto the game. It stuck with the honey, I shrunk the kids sort of aspect of the game. The survival mechanics, the quality of life features, the brand new bugs that you face, the mounts in the game, the base building. You stuck to that. Even the whimsical kids, they're great to be around. The funny thing is, when the developers make kids, they don't fuck around with the kids. Thank fucking God they have enough of a brain capacity to not fuck with the kids. You know what I mean? If they were adults, they would be like, well, the two girls are lesbian for each other and the two guys are fucking each other. And I'm just like, motherfucker, that's what I'm trying to say. Where these kids are just kids. Period. Each one has a different personality, just like the previous Grounded game. They're just kids. Thank God they understood that. Anyway, studio head Fergus called the misses a key learning opportunity that design director to Josh Sawyer, the only guy that's good in Obsidian, stressing better release spacing to avoid crunch at the 280 person team. Your team is too big, cut it fucking in half. Obsidian plans shorter dev cycles and more outsourcing and expansions like Avowed universe content amid Microsoft's profit goals. I could understand, because Avowed, there is a fan base for Avowed, even though it's minuscule. You should still probably give them what they want. Even though I don't want it, they should still get something. We're gonna go ahead and inside the Blueberg. Jason Schreier, how you doing? Go fuck yourself, Jason Schreier. I mean, there's an AI takeaway from all of this. Do we want to read all of Jason Schreier's shit? Or do you want to do the AI version of what he's just saying? We'll read it. Every week, Fergus, the head of Obsidian Entertainment, meets for breakfast with his management. God damn it, bro. I don't care what they're scarfing down cinnamon rolls, so they're busy being fat as fuck. God, let's skip it. A day after the breakfast, you're still talking about the breakfast. Bro, I'm about to skip this whole article. Why the fuck? What kind of fucking journalists are you? It's like, oh man, first they put their shoes on. and then they took the car for a ride straight to the fucking company. God, since it was acquired, you're doing a history lesson? Obsidian has been prolific, releasing a half a dozen titles, including last year's trio, the trippy fantasy role-playing Avowed, the survival game Grounded 2, and the dystopian sci-fi RPG Outer Worlds 2. Everybody knows this, nobody cares. Both Avowed and Outer Worlds 2 were in development for more than 6 years. What a waste of fucking time. Inflating their production cost. Obsidian, listen up. You need to do one game. No, you're not going to split your team and work on different games. You need to work on one game and be like, hey, this is what we're going to work on, and focus on that. Oh, and here's another good idea. How about you find the good and the bad from the games that you've made, and what you've, the good and the bad from the games that you just made? Or are you just gonna cough it up to, let me listen to the Redditors or the people on Blue Sky? We think your game's great. Well, they said my game's great on Blue Sky. I guess I'm not gonna get, that's the only constructive criticism I need. These developers are so scared of going to Twitter and getting actual constructive criticism. Don't give me that bullshit where you're gonna say something like, oh, but they're gonna say mean words. Fuck you. Just listen to them. Just listen. What do you think them cussing and saying certain mean words that they don't have passion for video games, or more likely they don't have they have passion for the old games that you had? But they wouldn't be cussing at your ass if they didn't care. They'd be just like, yeah, just not for me. That's what they would do. One of Euroheart's missions is to cut down development timelines to 3 or 4 years per title. Good. Also, cut down your fucking team. Who's this girl? Who is she? What is she working on? You know what? She can stay. She has you know what? She can stay. She's a little bit weird, but she can stay. However, this guy right down here, I just saw him. This guy right here that's working right here, fire his ass. Fire his ass. Oh, he's working on Grounded 2? Alright. You can keep him since he's working on Grounded 2, but tell him he's got 24 hours to clean up all this bullshit. Otherwise, he's fired. That's the kind of person that I would be. I'd be ruthless. I'd be coming into work with a smile on my face as like the head of Obsidian. Be like, hey, how y'all doing? Hi, how y'all doing? Hey, I just had some coffee and nobody thought about refilling it. Who was the last one that had coffee? Oh yeah, that was me. You're fired. You're fired. That's me. That's me. That's me. I'd be coming in with a smile on my face. I'd be like, hey, how's everybody doing? When we're here, we're family. Where's my fucking coffee? That's what I would be like. I want everybody on their fucking toes. I want everybody on their P's and Q's. These developers have some sort of, this is why I was worried about what they said at the beginning, where they always have cinnamon rolls and they scarf down cinnamon rolls and shit. Are you just lazy fat fucks making these poor excuse of a game? And we got it. You want us to digest a $70 Outer Worlds 2 game that's not funny, and the characters look lackluster. Nobody looks fuckable. By the way, that matters, because how do you think fucking video games got? You know how much money Marvel Rivals has been getting from me? Are you fucking serious right now? Are you allergic to money? Forget about it. A day after one of the breakfast gatherings, Euroheart is sitting with Bloomberg Business Week reporter in the conference room in Obsidian's. I don't care. I don't care about any of that. Let's move on. Something in the games industry needs to change. No shit. Expenses are swelling. Well, yeah. Growth is stalling. Yeah. Why? And almost every game maker is facing questions about how to survive. All of them? Or just you? A lot of these AAA developers or AA developers, especially with Paradox when it comes to Bloodlines 2, a lot of these indie developers know exactly what they want to make. How come you guys can't figure this shit out? And you got Microsoft backing you. All these indie developers are just there's no risk involvement with your games. You're so focused on making a game that only you want to make. And no, I'm not talking about like, oh, having fun with the gameplay. No, you're focused on your political ideology and only what you specifically like. We're talking tunnel vision, what only you like, and whoever's on Reddit and whoever's on Blue Sky. That's the only games that you're making, okay? And you want to make those games. Every time when I boot up YouTube, I run into people saying, yo, Avowed's great, I'm playing Avowed right now. It's like, well, come watch my Let's Play. And this nigga's got like 25 views. It's like, ain't nobody want to watch that shit. I'm playing Fable, old ass game, and for some odd reason people want to show up even though the game crashes and shit. God bless them. Tens of thousands of workers have lost their jobs since 2023. I know you're probably talking about like overall everywhere, but if you're talking about one area within Microsoft, good. These people probably didn't belong. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of developers out there that are not developers. They're in there for one thing and one thing only, and that is to serve their own fucking political agenda. That's what they did to BioWare. That's what they're doing with Obsidian. That's what they're about to do with Gothic the Remake, where their game looks good, but we're literally just telling them, listen, your game looks fine, but the women look like fucking men, and you need to fix that shit. And the developers, for some odd reason, come to us like, wow, you're the problem. How about that? Including thousands at Xbox, which has been closing studios and canceling projects at a rapid clip. Well, that's their own fault, because Microsoft doesn't know how to make video games anymore, so they just grab IPs, hoping that their whole fucking system stays afloat. Like, every time you fucking developers that join up with Microsoft are like Pez dispensers, okay? And you get spit out every so often, because that's all you are to Microsoft. Phil Spencer is a fucking schemer, okay? He's a scam artist, okay? He's not a fucking gamer, he's a scam artist. Okay, he's coming out here saying shit like, bro, Redfall, check it out. He's got a Redfall shirt on. This nigga never played Redfall. And if he did play Redfall, he must have played a fixed like version of the game, because the game was broken when everybody played it. But since then, the average cost of project has ballooned from 7 figures to 9 figures, so missing a target can be fatal. How about you downsize and focus on what's important? You need to find yourself 1 or 2 good writers. You need to get yourself, you throw out your artist, throw out your model artist, throw out those model artists. Anybody that's going out there trying to change the head of your character, but everybody all has flat tits, like flat chest and shit, throw them out. It's like, oh, but I like Maggie. Fuck Maggie. Get her out. Get her out of here. You want to make money, right? Go ahead, make another Avowed. See what happens. Go make another Avowed. See what happens. By the way, you failed twice. So I strongly believe that whoever's the main head person of Obsidian should step down. I think they should step down, because that fat fuck, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where's that chunky piece of shit? That fat fuck right there. All of you are losers. All 3 of you are fucking losers. You are wasting our time. You are giving us nothing. The people that worked on fucking, I think it's the guy over on the left, but the people that worked on Grounded, fine. You're great. But that's like another development studio. But those are the only people that actually do anything. That's the only game that matters, is Grounded 2. I mean, Jason Schreier literally said that. In recent years, Earhart has been grooming 2 lieutenants, Justin Birch and Marcus Morgan, to take over the business when he retires. Yeah, you do need to retire. Last year, Birch, 33, and Morgan, 36, gave a talk at DICE Summit in Las Vegas called Obsidian's 100-Year Plan that detailed their philosophy, retaining as many staff members as possible. Retaining? What do you mean retaining? You need less, not more. Or are you trying to bring back the OG people from Obsidian? We'll see. Avoiding unchecked headcount growth. Avoiding unchecked headcount growth. Okay. Pursuing moderate successes and not chasing trends. There we go. There we go. There we go. Rather than focusing the entire studio on a single game, you should. They like to juggle multiple projects at once, a skill that eluded many other developers, but that Obsidian has mastered. You have not mastered a goddamn thing. We've mastered it. You just were talking about 2 games that failed. What do you mean you mastered something? You've mastered the ability to keep your job. You need to keep having at-bats, because at some point, if you can constantly make good stuff, you'll get those breakout hits. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. What breakout hits? You're just saying words. If I was you, I would just be like, I need 1 good game and bring it out. That's it. I don't care about anything else. 1 good game. And if somebody comes up to you and says, but we got Grounded 2, slap that bitch. Grounded 2 is pretty much almost done. It's already set. Birch recently found a book in Earhart's office about what to do in retirement. I don't give a fuck about his fucking retirement. What about me? What about us? Some of us, that stuff will involve dealing with their corporate overlords. Some of that stuff will involve dealing with their corporate overlords. You signed up to be bought. You signed yourself up. Microsoft saw you in the fucking grocery store. You sold yourself, giant ass fucking cucumber, and they put it in the basket and then they bought your ass. You signed yourself up. We didn't do that shit. It's like, oh, it's like, oh, we're working with Microsoft now. Oh, cool. And then you're gonna write something on here like, yo, corporate overlords, am I right? Nigga. It's like having that one friend that's like, bro, I'll never date a hooker. And then this motherfucker dates a hooker. Yo, I'm gonna stay away from baddies. Then he dates an OnlyFans model. That's what he's fucking doing right now. For the past decade, after struggling to put out games on par with those of Sony Group Corp and Nintendo Co. So you mean you have been failing? Okay, as long as we're about it. Okay. Oh, we want to spend a spree culminating. Wait, Microsoft went on a spending spree, culminating with 69 billion purchase of Activision Blizzard in 2023, but with revenue growth flat, console sales declining, and Microsoft's priorities shifting to artificial intelligence, the company has put Xbox under new financial scrutiny, enacting an ambitious 30% profit margin target for many studios, Bloomberg News has reported. Yeah, for Obsidian, the targets don't seem unfeasible. I mean, yes and no. As long as it can continue experimenting. Pentiment, the studio's 2022 adventure game, was cheap to make, critically acclaimed, and niche, but still profitable. Oh, you mean the one Pentiment game that had white people with a cool art design and a really rich and cultural and Christian aesthetic and theme? That was the game that sold, not the fucking gay ass games that you just made? Huh. Crazy. Irahart says is that Xbox continues to fund riskier projects and values achievements besides strong sales, even if it means accepting that maybe we're where we are going to be from a profitability standpoint isn't going to be 30%. They need to start realizing that they could fall, they could die. Anyway, Obsidian's plan for the next few years is to work on projects big and small, completely new games and added content for the Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. I mean, the people that I mean, you have to finish Grounded 2 and Outer Worlds 2. I'm pretty sure you're gonna do DLC for it. So yeah, you probably need to do that for some fans, and that they need to space out their releases. You do need to space out your releases. If you ever come out with another fucking trailer of some like Gandalf fucking Night Lord speaking through your ear while a bunch of undead skeletons shoot like flaming arrows down right at you while you're holding magic and a sword, and he's just like, this will determine who becomes king and who will, and it's like, this plan will make kings and queens, and everybody was like, oh shit, this game is called Avowed by Obsidian. And then what happened when Avowed came out? All this purpley fucking gay hippy dippy shit, all this fucking gay shit. Get rid of the fucking women in Obsidian. You fucking decided, you know what would be a good idea is to make our characters ugly with they them pronouns and put mushrooms on their fucking nose. Oh, you could become godlike. Your character can have a chichilla hairstyle on his head. That'd be a great idea. So, small note, this has nothing to do with Obsidian per se, but Polygon said something about, I'm begging Obsidian to give Grounded 2 an arachnophobia filter. Polygon, get the butt plug out of your ass and go play a different game. This game or it's not arachnophobia, but basically there's going to be a snake within Grounded 2, so it's ophidiophobia. So this guy right here, where is he? You remember this when you were a kid? Did we really care? No, we killed it, and then we kept on playing the game. These people in Polygon, they're not real people. They're losers, okay? They're not worth shit, okay? They're not people. So this whole idea of putting phobia on his shit, they could go fuck themselves. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Man. God damn. Obsidian, do better, please. You know what Grounded 2 needs? What's that? Everything is too safe? Yes. Yeah, it's all boring. A lame lesbian in it for no reason. Desembro had a great point about studios listening to retard shippers and bad ideas. This includes idiots who work at the studio. Speaking of which, these developers keep on doing Reddit posts that are like, ask me anything, and they do it on Reddit. Why can't they come to Twitter? Because they're afraid of getting their feelings hurt. And I think I want to do a video on that separately, because I believe Sven Vinka talked about, like, guys, high guard, listen, the developers, they got feelings too. I want to do a video on that one. Listen, Sven Vinka's not my friend, okay? None of these people are, okay? So I'm gonna do a video on that one where he's just saying, like, it's like, listen, he's like, you gotta know that on the other side of the screen there's a developer and he worked his ass off. I don't give a fuck, wasting my goddamn money playing this gay ass game, boring ass game. I always like, I should add the part where the game is boring. Yes, the political bullshit, gay shit is annoying, but I do need to add the part where they just make mid stories. That's very, very true. I got to add that with a lot of what I say. And if they do post it on Twitter, they limit replies so nobody can respond. That's what I'm fucking saying. What a bunch. Yeah, God, we used to not be pussies. This is why I want Metro developers to come back. I miss you, Metro. I miss you. I love you, Metro. God, should we do a Metro playthrough all over again, guys? I like how I just played all of Metro with all of you in one go. I totally forgot about that. I was like, let's play Metro, and then I burned through all 3 of the games with you guys, and I was like, did we just do that? It's a good game. It's a good game. With no HUD, on the highest difficulty, with 3 bullets in the fucking magazine. Oh, Artyom! That's probably a bigger problem. They don't want to offend anyone with their ideas. Yep. That's why the one thing that they said was they need to stop focusing on trends. That's a big thing that they said. That's a big thing that they said. Stop focusing on trends. Stop listening to those people, man. The result is a game like Avowed. Yeah, very true. All right, guys. I'm going to end it here. We're going to play some video games tomorrow. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And if you want to see more, you know what to do. I appreciate each and every one of you, and y'all have a wonderful day. Take care. And yeah, we'll try to play Fable 2 tomorrow. I hope that if it blacks out, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try my best. I don't know what to do. I'm at a loss for words. Anyway, y'all take care. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.